Going on, guys? So welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're actually going to be cleaning up the X5 because I put it up for sale because after I got the 335i more in a driving condition. I don't drive this at all, which I did drive it on a trip the other day to Arkansas, which was nice and smooth, but besides that I didn't drive it. So as you can see, 335i's right over there. I don't drive this anymore, so I put it up for sale last night. I was asking like 45, and somebody said 4K, I'll give it to you. Like begged me almost, and even though I was gonna say yes, but he must have thought I only wanted 45, or he thought I was gonna sell it. So he hit me up, and he's gonna come look at it right now. So I'm just gonna detail this thing, or just give it a quick vacuum. I already did the inside a little bit, looking pretty clean except for the torn seat. But I'm just gonna wash it, clean it up, and then we'll see if this goes. If he gives me 4, I would have made $2,300 off literally fixing the crankshaft sensor and just driving it for fun, So it's almost like free money. But let me get this thing clean, and I'll show you guys what it looks like before she takes her maiden voyage. All right, just like that, we're gonna say bye to the X5. We're gonna say bye to the X5. Let me show you guys the exterior, how we left her. Broke Bimmer Club, of course, but she wasn't bad. I mean, $1,700 for what year was this? A 2007 X5. We painted the grills black. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but gloss black grills. Broke Bimmer Club. Not much going on, but it was pretty clean. So then, yeah, that'll be it. We'll see if we have 2 guys coming. Both of them want to give us 4K for it. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. Can't complain. I don't know, I feel bad because I've wanted an X5 for so long, and here I have it. But at the same time, this is a little bit higher mileage, right? It's an 07, so it's an older one, and then it has a lot of issues like the torn seats and stuff like that. So it would be nice to build it, but just not yet, because if this was my X5, right, if I decided to keep this, here's what I would have done. I would have done the wider flares, for the X5s, the sport ones. They have the wider flares that come out here. They're kind of like a triangle. They make it look aggressive. I would have done the X5 V8 wheels, the sport ones. So those are like 275 in the rear, or 305 in the rear, I think, and like 275 in the front. So those make it look aggressive. Then I would have probably done LEDs. I would have maybe even wrapped it. You see how easy these cars are to wrap? All the panels are like small panels. Like even this quarter panel, piece of cake, it goes up to here. You know what I mean? So you could wrap it real quick. So I probably would have done that, and that would have been it. But maybe in the future, I might get a V8 one. I might get I want a 35 because they're a little bit faster. They have a little more power. And I actually took this off-roading quite a bit, like through little hills. And every time I see like a little dip or off-road trail, I take it. But, it did all right. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens. Wish me luck. Put some money in my boy's pocket so we can finish that beast over there, which is looking better and better every day. And see what happens. All right, so X5's gone. Dude actually bought it, which is weird because he had it towed home instead of driving it home. I told him I'd drive it home for him instead of paying tow truck, but great. He decided to do that anyway, so he got it towed home, and now it's gone. And now I'm taking this ugly beast to a car meet over here in Dallas, which should be pretty lit, but they says it gets fat, like 200 people plus, or 200 cars plus, so we'll see what happens there. But if it's fat, I'll record. If not, I'll still record. But I'll meet my boy Caesar, the one with the red 135, and then we'll see what Texas is about and see if they're ready for this V8 power. All right, so we pulled up outside the meet, parked next to this 335D, looking pretty clean. We're looking pretty busted, but hopefully people get the point that I'm finna build this, it's not just a piece of junk, but we'll see. And the boy Caesar still gotta pull up, he's gonna park there, so we won't look so busted after all.
Yeah, I mean, it don't be on purpose, right?
All right, guys, guess what we're doing? So we're at a muffler shop now. We're gonna get the mufflers. We're gonna put the tips on. Found a local shop, do it for 80 bucks. Figured it's a good deal. And we'll be sounding better, and we'll get rid of the drone, hopefully. So what we did here was find a guy. I called every muffler shop. They were all saying, oh, 180, 175. And I was like, oh, shoot, I got that Texas tax. But pulled up to, it's called Stars Muffler in Fort Worth, Texas, and pulled up. Some nice Mexican dude, you know, he said, "What's good?" And I was like, "I need some tips," and he was like, $80. I hopped out my car so fast. It was $80, can't complain. I think it's even cheaper than California. So I mean, I don't expect the best, but it is just a muffler delete, you know. But we'll see what he does. He might do really good work. And then we'll get rid of that drone. Hopefully we'll add a little bit of a deeper tone, and then if we start doing MHD stage 1 with the after we get the new turbos, or you know, we're gonna do full what is called burble tune. So that's why when I throw these turbos on, they're gonna blow soon, but I'm not tripping because I'm doing it this way so we can just sound loud, look cool, and drive it till it breaks. It's 180,000 miles. I don't expect 10 years out of this car. I just expect to get some fun and some stairs, so we'll see how good it is. All right, so I didn't record much of the exhaust shop because they had me prepay, and the second we left, the second the car was done, I drove it off the actual ramp, and she was gone. I pulled out and I left, so I didn't get to record much, but I figured I'd record out here again in the secret location that's not very secret because it's literally just an underpass. Nice part is never any cars because this is like there's no purpose here. This is just like a loop, and then over there's another intersection, so if you need to go left or right or back on the freeway, you go that way. Nobody ever comes out here, so it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's safe enough to hoon out here, but it's not bad. So a couple things. We got the exhaust tips. I'll show you guys those in a second. We got new rear wheels because the rear wheels we had, they got not rear wheels, sorry, tires. I put a lot of weight in it yesterday, and I drove around and it got chewed up. Like, I'm talking bad. Like, I'll show you guys the wheel or the tire when I get home if I get a chance, but it just, I wasn't even able to drive on it anymore, and it was that scary looking, and I just got new tires, smaller tires. I don't like them very much, but I think when I get back from where I'm going, I'll tell you guys in a second, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get bigger tires, but play with it a little bit so I can get the perfect fitment without chewing through them, and possibly get, I mean, definitely get those rolled because I need to get them rolled. But aside from that, check this out. No idea how, but we lost the fog light. I don't have the wheel well in this one because the fender's kind of not on. It's on, but I didn't put it back on all the way because I was going to wrap this fender, and I figured why put it on, then put it back off. So I screwed myself because that was open, so then the fog light fell out and it ripped out the wiring, or ripped it outwards. It didn't rip out all the way, so I still have it, thankfully. The wires, the connector's a little bit scratched up, but it'll still work. And yeah, so basically here's the new tires. We got the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. They're a little bit small. Like, the fitment's good. I had 265 4018. I went 245 to see how much that would do. And as you can see here, I raised it a little bit yesterday, but we have a lot of room to go lower and to maybe go wider. I'm gonna see how low I can go with it looking good, and then see if we want to go any wider, which I think 255 might be risking it, or I heard 265 35 instead of 40. That might work too, so we got to play with that. But besides that, here's the tips. $80, can't complain. I don't know if you could tell, but this one looks like it's sticking out a little more. Kind of upset about it, but I'm not too worried about it. $80. They're just tips. I'm gonna either get them fixed. Well, I'm gonna get them fixed. So the guy said he'd fix them for me, but I was kind of in a hurry, so I was like, you know what, just let it be for now. But as you can see, they're one's sticking out a little further than the other, so that's boof. So I mean, that's what you get for $80, but I'm not complaining too much. It still sounds good. And besides that, the news is I'm going to California. I'm taking this bad boy. Runs fine, runs great. Still got the turbo issue. They're not too bad. They don't smoke too bad. Almost at all, actually. We just got that race gate rattle, and the 30FF would push it too hard. So I figured a nice slow cruise there. All the coolant hoses are new belt, new spark plugs, new ignition coils. All that stuff's new, so technically it should be pretty reliable unless like some fuel pump goes out. But even then, if one of those goes out on the road, that's an easy fix. I just buy one and stay at a hotel or something. So the reason we're going to California is because we are going to do these turbos at my friend Nora and Jonathon's shop. I don't know if you guys know those guys. You probably do, because everybody who's here is probably a follower of them. If not, go follow him. But yeah, we're gonna do the turbos at his shop. Fog light's freaking gone, and I gotta fix that lip. I'm starting to get annoyed of it since it's dangling. But we're gonna drive all the way out there, take this car out there, have some fun in California, go to my body shop guy in California because he's cheap. Like, this fender, pulled and bondoed, $200, guarantee it. So that'll look good. So then that'll be sweet, because then after he does that, this whole side will be ready to wrap, and we'll start getting more towards that orange side, you know what I mean? Because it's looking kind of fugly. But at the end of the day, like, I still love it so much, you know, because it's just so clean. Secondly, I think roof rack, we're going to be dumping that. Let me know what you guys think. I like it, but since I want a more slower, aggressive car, I think it just doesn't fit very well, as opposed to me doing like a track build or something like that, kind of aggressive wheels, a little bit higher. But since we want it low and slow, I think the rack's got to go. So that's about it. I'm going to show you guys a few revs with this exhaust, or with the tips, because I showed you guys last time what it sounded like without the tips, and it was really loud. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like in the cabin it was loud. Driving around I could hear it a lot louder, and that's because back here it would baffle, and you could really hear it echoing in there, and it would be really loud in the cabin. So I'm definitely glad I did this right before I go to California, because I was not gonna be able to drive 24 hours with that loud what is it called, the drone, and I was not gonna be able to do that. So that's that. So now I'm gonna set you guys up, and you guys can listen to the exhaust through the tip. So this would be muffler delete, secondary cats, catless downpipe, and that's it. So it sounds pretty good in my opinion. So I don't know if that does it justice on camera, but this thing from the inside, it sounds good, but standing back here, this thing is loud. Like, you almost feel it on your chest, which is weird because it's not a V8, but it sounds good. So that, plus when we get brand new 2 twin turbos in there and we get those spooling good, it'll really add a bit of a spool to it. And with the catless downpipes, we'll be able to hit those turbos better. And I'm pretty sure since we'll actually have boost, it'll sound a lot more aggressive, which is a plus in my eyes. So that being said, wish us luck, and see you guys in the next one.